Hello survivors, and welcome to another episode of ASA 101, where we go over everything you need to know to succeed in the Ark in bite-sized chunks. If you find this video useful, please hit that subscribe button and come say hi when we're live on Twitch. If there's anything else you'd like to see a tutorial on, comment below and let me know. In today's episode, we're going to take a more detailed look at the difference between levels, stats, and how taming efficiency can affect your eventual tames. By now you should know how to tame your basic dinosaurs, and if you don't, go check out our Taming for Beginners. This is really focused on more end game content when you need stronger dinos to beat bosses or win PvP battles or anything along these lines. With official settings, the maximum level dinosaurs you can get is 150. Again, if you've looked at our server configuration video, you'll know that you can edit this and up that dino level, but let's assume 150 is the maximum for this particular video. With that said, 150 level dinos does not mean that they are the strongest and best dinos for you to start breeding and leveling up for your boss fights. Every single dino has a collection of attributes that you'll be familiar with, including health, stamina, melee, and so on and so forth. And the way that the Ark works is that based on the dino model, whether it be a Parasaur, Trike, Rex, or anything else, every dino has pre-allocated stats at a level 1 base. Every other level is then RNG allocated to the dinosaur depending on what level it is when you find it. So if I found this Parasaur at level 119, 118 of those points were randomly distributed through those various stats. Without some advanced technology or mods or anything else along those regards, it's impossible to tell exactly where those stats are allocated other than just comparing one dino to another. But a simple add-in you can use for this is something called Smart Breeder, which I will link in the comments below. And what Smart Breeder does is it allows you to export the data of your dinos. You can see here Parasaur with all of the statistics over here, and then extract the levels. So I can see that the game has randomly distributed more points in weight and damage than anything else. And this is going to help me determine if this is a dinosaur I want to invest time and effort into leveling and breeding. If it's got significantly low health and damage, it's probably not great for a lot of the combat related elements of the game. It's a very simple addition to use to your system, and again I'll link it below. If you aren't playing on official, you're playing on solo or a private server or something along those regards, and you have access to mods, an easier way to do this in game is with the awesome Spyglass mod. You can see when I pull this out here, it gives me the statistics of the dino both post-tame and also the additional levels that I have put in by leveling the dinosaur, which is currently 0. So I can see that this Parasaur, for example, has 19 points in energy, 19 points in health, and so on. And this brings me to my previous point that not all dinos are created equal. Over here we have a couple of Rexes that have been knocked out, all level 150, and we can see that this blue one here has 17 points in health, whereas the purple one directly next to it has 25 points in health. Those 25 points in health you can see equate to 6,600 health, whereas this one only has 4,800 health. Quite a significant difference when you are gearing up to go into a boss fight. If you don't have access to mods or you don't want to use mods, the game has actually incorporated an item that takes advantage of this into the game in the tech tier, and this is called the tech binoculars. The tech binoculars can be unlocked by beating the Alpha Overseer, so unfortunately it's not something that you will get straight away, but it is a game unlockable reward that is a base part of Ark Survival Ascended now. So for those of you that want a reason to fight and kill bosses and progress, this is a fantastic tool moving forward. Next up, we want to take a look at taming efficiency. If you aren't aware, there are different foods that dinosaurs will eat. Both of these Rexes are carnivores, so they will eat anything along the tier of meat. So this begins with raw meat, standard raw meat, and then into raw prime meat, and then up into the mutton tier. Above that is your kibbles, and we'll do another video on kibble if you're not familiar with how to make that. The better quality food that you feed the dinosaur, the better quality your taming efficiency. So if we put some mutton on this Rex, for example, and we come to this Rex and put some standard raw meat on it, you'll see as they eat, not only is this one going to take significantly longer, I only got 3.9% off that meat, and I'm already down to an 89% taming effectiveness. Whereas this one, I'm at 43% taming, and if we remove these tags here for our dinos, I can see that I have a 99% taming effectiveness. Another thing to be careful of is that if you don't feed your dino correctly in the time that it is hungry, if you either run out of food in its inventory or it eats it all, which is important to note with things that can expire quickly like mutton and prime meat, it will start to lose taming effectiveness. It will also lose taming effectiveness if any damage happens to it as you're doing the tame. So if I was to punch this dinosaur a little bit, you can see that that taming effectiveness is now 85.5%, 84.8%, 84.1%. So the more damage that happens from you, whether it be accidentally or from other dinosaurs, affects your taming percentage. The reason this is important is because the maximum bonus levels you can get from a tame are half of its current level minus 1. There's no such thing as 100% perfect tame, so 99.99% is the best you can hope for, which is why it's half minus 1. So for a maximum level 150 tame, 74 bonus levels is the best you can hope for. And once that dinosaur is finished taming, those 74 levels will be randomly distributed amongst the stats again, giving you hopefully a great chance at getting some of the things that you're looking for. But as we know, RNG can still be a pain. We have another Rex over here, this one with 27 in health and 25 in melee. So I could come to this one and feed it kibble, which is the highest end food that it could want, and that would give me an even better taming percentage. The last thing you want to note is that post tame, the maximum level of bonus levels that you can get into a dinosaur through leveling and killing or harvesting or anything is 88 bonus levels. So those are levels that you can allocate according to however you want to build your dino, but 88 bonus levels is the maximum that you can get post tame. So with a perfect 150 level tame, tamed with the best possible efficiency, with the best possible food, you're looking at a level 316 tame without any breeding or mutations. Hopefully this helps you out in your efforts to get the best possible dinosaurs you can for fighting up against those bosses and PvP enthusiasts, if that is you. If you found this video useful, please feel free to leave a comment below and let me know if there was anything that I missed and that you feel would really help beginners out. Have a great day, survivors.